Obviously, YouTube isn't recommending your content, and this is what you need to follow. This is going to blow your mind, okay? Because I have a story to share with you. I actually started YouTube back in October 2024, and I decided to post my first video or restart my channel. And it already didn't have a lot of subscribers. It was at like maybe 20, but I actually filmed my first video and it was on a phone. I was advised at that time to just pick up the camera and film. Don't overthink it. Don't try to have the fancy equipment. Just be real about where you are in life and show people what you know. And to my surprise, it worked. It literally worked. I started to get traction, but it worked because I was actually authentic and I started to feel really good about it. I was like, I don't have to have fancy edits. I don't have to have the fancy gear. And I actually started earning money before I was monetized. Now, that's a story that most people aren't going to believe, because most people are going to tell you, well, in order to make money from YouTube, you need to make sure that you're monetized and you have your 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. But I actually had a PDF that I was selling and it was only for like $21 and people enjoyed it. They got it. And because I was authentic in being myself, I started earning money before YouTube monetization, and I only had about 150 subscribers at the time. So you can imagine the hype. I'm like, what is going on? Like, is it really this easy? So I'm at an all-time high by this point. But then you know what happens, right? You get flashy syndrome, right? You're just flashy object syndrome. You just literally, you look at other people, you think their videos are great, and you think, if I add that to my videos, I'm pretty sure I could still have the traction I'm having now. I'm pretty sure I could grow fast. I'm pretty sure I could make more. Yeah, no. My channel traction actually tanked. And when I say tanked, people stopped relating to me. People stopped subscribing. And I hit so many speed bumps. And it wasn't until I recognized and zoomed out and looked at the bigger picture, the bird's eye view, that I just had to be authentic in my videos. But that wasn't all. I really needed to get back to the basics that I'm about to reveal to you right now in this video. Because truth is, people aren't going to tell you this. Number one, because they don't know it and they can't teach what they don't know. Number two, things that they actually done. A lot of people just have a lot of fluff. I'm telling you what I do now, what I have done, what I did, the mistakes I made, and what you need to do. So listen up, because it's actually easier than you think. And this helped my traction skyrocket back up for the times I actually did practice these things. And I made another bird's eye view off of the videos and the content and the money that I've made so far. And every single time when I use these tactics, it works. So I don't see why it wouldn't work for you, especially if you have a work ethic and you're consistent with it. So starting with number one, we've got creating placeholder titles. All this means is what you naturally already watch on YouTube. You just literally click the video, click the channel, look at the video. If the video has more views than the amount of subscribers, get the title to the video. Switch out the words that will be relevant to what you're going to talk about. And now you have what we call an outlier title. Statistically, what this is showing you is that the video that was already titled with this title that somebody else used was actually able to reach a broader audience, a bigger audience than the audience they already have. And that's exactly what you need, especially when you want to make money on YouTube and have people click your videos. You need people to naturally already be drawn to what is already created. And this is reverse psychology. That's all it is. It happens all the time. You ever notice how iPhone came out and then Android makes a phone that looks really similar, or how the Apple Watch was created and then the Samsung Watch was there? Look, I'm just an Apple fanboy. Don't get mad at me. Don't hate me. Okay. I'm just letting you know. We see it all the time. Or even in your local grocery store, when you go and you see the generic brand by Walmart and it says great value, and then you look and you see, let's say we're looking at a bottle of orange juice of Tropicana. It's literally the same ingredients 9 times out of 10, except the brand has changed. But what if I told you that's just half of the equation? Because after you see an outlier title, again, that just means the video has more views than the subscribers in the channel. Then you need to make sure you have an outline that's proven to work. I literally did this for this video, but let me show you, because I don't want you to go out here and like copy word for word or think you have to have some type of script. Literally go off of your knowledge. Okay. Remember, we're going to get the title, replace the words. Okay. Replace a few words and put in what's relevant to what we're talking about in our niche, in our video. Then when you click that video, you want to create an outline. I literally have notes right now on my iPad helping me guide what I'm going to cover in this video. And it's so nice because I don't have to think hard about what I need to say next or what's going to work or what are people going to pay attention to because it's already been talked about. And here's the thing. I use my own words. I have my own story. I have my own experience and I look different. I sound different and it is my information, but nothing new is under the sun. That's just the truth. Okay. The truth is the same stuff that you talk about in your video is the same stuff somebody else talks about in their video, just in a different way. Maybe they have edits. Maybe they're in a different background. It doesn't matter. Okay. You just want to make sure you have an outline. And this happens all the time in the film industry as well. All right. You have it. Let's just say we take Shrek. Okay. That's a childhood movie of mine, right? You got Shrek. He starts off, he's an ogre. He's happy in his own environment. And then disruption happens. Okay. He meets Donkey and then the fairy tale creatures get sold. And then now Donkey is following him around. And he's like, man, I can't get rid of this donkey. And then all the fairy tale creatures start going to Shrek's house because they're like, hey, we need your help. And Shrek's like, why you need my help? And they're like, well, you have to see Lord Farquaad, right? And then he goes to the castle, sees the king. The king's like, hey, if you want me to free you, then go and find my princess. And he goes on a journey. And then he has to find out that he has another side to his self. He doesn't like being alone anymore once he meets Fiona and falls in love with her. Okay. This is a character journey. The same thing happens with Spider-Man. Spider-Man is an average teenager who's bullied. He's in an environment where I'm not going to say he's comfortable being bullied, but he's used to being average. He gets bitten by a spider. The spider changes his identity and now he has superpowers. So now he's on a journey to figuring out I can do things with these powers, but I have to make sure I use it with great responsibility. All right. Great power comes great responsibility. And so now I feel obligated. He feels obligated. I'm talking like I'm Spider-Man. Now he feels obligated to do good, to do justice because of what happened to Uncle Ben. And his journey starts to continue. Okay. So the plot of a story, of an outline, isn't to copy word for word, but it is to make sure that you are following a journey, taking people along the way so they want to stay and see the end. Does that make sense? But what if I told you that you can have the perfect outline and you can have the perfect title, but people still wouldn't want to watch your videos until you do this? Have the correct thumbnails. And I'm just going to keep it straightforward. You need to make sure that you A/B test your thumbnails. If you're just posting a thumbnail and being like, okay, well, this is the thumbnail and it looks good to me, or I did my best, and you just leave it there, you're cheating yourself. Imagine you working 40 hours a week and only getting paid 20 hours worth of work. You'd be pretty pissed, wouldn't you? Because you got a half a paycheck and you worked for twice the time. YouTube has now allowed us, all of us, monetized or not monetized, to A/B test our thumbnails, meaning we get to tweak one thing. For example, all of my thumbnails that I post, I only change one thing. On thumbnail A, I might have yellow text. On thumbnail B, I might have red text. And then I just upload the thumbnails. And guess what happens? When the video uploads and it posts, after a couple of days, it lets me know, my audience, you all, which one was clicked the most when you saw it. And now I know, well, my audience likes yellow a lot more than red. And it's just little things like that that make the world of a difference, because you never would have known if you never A/B tested. Remember, you don't want to work 40-hour weeks and get 20-hour paychecks. You want to work 40-hour weeks and get 40-hour paychecks, and then overtime, meaning you'd be able to know for the future videos and thumbnails you make, you could use the same color for the text to be able to have a video that makes people want to click and want to watch. Now, I've talked a lot so far, and I just want to let you know that I can show you how to make sure that, hey, you're setting yourself up for success. You're going to be making money and have a system that helps you earn money should you do the work before you even get monetized. And if you're already monetized, great. But monetization, let's be real, is not something you want to rely on because you don't know how many views you're going to get. And hey, YouTube can change their prices that they pay you at any given moment. What if you could set your own price, still provide value, create something simple like a PDF, a checklist, an ebook, or an audiobook, and be able to help people have a transformation, and you actually make a consistent amount of income, helping you have a life of freedom? That's all you have to do. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in my passive YouTube business plan. I'm going to walk you through it, and it's actually a video as well, completely free, by the way. All you need to do, click the link in the description down below and go ahead, put in your email, and I'm going to show you exactly how this is working for me and how this is going to work for you as well. But there's one more thing that you need to know, and this is going to save you a ton of time. If not, this is going to be the most valuable thing you need to know. Do not, and I repeat, do not post shorts. It's a complete waste of time. YouTube is a platform where people look for a solution. I like to tell my students all the time, I'm like, Instagram and short form content, people watch and scroll and laugh and giggle and think they want to learn, but they really just don't want to make eye contact with somebody in an elevator, or they're out in a public space and they're just like, oh, let me pull out my phone and just, that's how people treat Instagram. People go to Instagram to be entertained. People come to YouTube to actually learn and be informed and have a transformation. Now, of course, you have the entertainment channels out here on YouTube, but YouTube is used way more for information, direct information, more than just scrolling. And if you use YouTube Shorts, then you're giving people the chance to see your content as one of these things to scroll on. And if you want to make money, if you want people to choose your videos, then you don't want them just randomly finding your video. You want people to actually build a connection with you. And that's going to be pretty hard posting a 30 to 60 second reel. They don't care. And they're going to subscribe because that's how a lot of people get subscribers. But these subscribers have dopamine brains. Like they always need something to pop up or some crazy story to show. And it's like, they don't get too far. And take it from me, I built an audience of over 30,000 people on Instagram. And I've had 3 Instagram accounts. And I'm telling you right now, it's the whole reason why I shut down my Instagram business. I'll open it back up. But I'm focused on YouTube because you all like to learn. You all pay attention. You all want a transformation. You're not just up here scrolling and clicking, and you're not going to watch this video this long without actually taking things at least to a serious degree of, let me listen, let me see how I can have content that makes people want to watch my stuff. You actually intentionally click this video, especially if you've been watching it this far. You see the difference? So yeah, don't post shorts, for God's sake. Now, I know all of this is a mouthful, but this is video popping up right anywhere on the screen. You want to watch that video next, because if you thought that was valuable, what I just talked about, just wait until you watch this. Okay. Anyways, guys, that is it. That is all. I will see you guys in that video. I'm out. Peace.